Hey guys, John here from learningguitarnow.com, and in this lesson I want to show you how to play a BB King-style Lucille slow blues solo. Lucille is a really cool track by BB King, and one of the things that I noticed when I was listening to it is he doesn't really use the BB King position everyone associates, with BB King. When you're playing BB King kind of stuff, everyone always jumps to that BB King position to get that BB King sound. But if you listen to Lucille, you'll notice that he mostly stays in the first position, minor pentatonic area. Now, he does deviate from notes within the minor pentatonic scale, but he's right in that area, wearing it out. And the nuances, the bending, the vibrato, the note choice that he is playing right in that area is some legendary blues playing. If you listen to it, it doesn't sound that hard, but try to go ahead and play it exactly like he does, or get the same type of vibe that he's getting on that track. It's tremendously difficult to get the phrasing and the articulation down. That's one of the primary things that makes BB King, the king of the blues, is his articulation and the way he delivers every single note like a human voice. It's just one of the things I really like about BB King. All right, to get the tone for this lesson, I'm using my super reverb that's cranked up to about 5. I'm using it with a Fryette power station to take some of the volume down when I'm playing I'm also playing the same room as it. So using the Fryette to take a little bit of that volume down because it's really loud like that. It sounds great. We'll go ahead and take a look at a bit of a video for free. And if you would like access to the full lesson, the interactive tab and backing track, go ahead and check out the All Access Pass. All right. Let's go ahead and start this lesson. Okay, let's go ahead and start out with lick number 1, and this slow blues is in the key of E flat. That's E flat, A flat, B flat, the 1, 4, and the 5. I'm counting this as a 12/8 slow blues. I'm using a Dunlop Jazz 3 pick. To me, it sounds more like BB King if you use one of these small little Jazz 3. I have no idea what BB King used. To my ear, this sounds more like it when I use this type of a pick. To start off the first 12 bars, I'm also using the middle position on this Heritage H535 with the volume of the bridge pickup on around 8.5 and the neck volume about 7. I like to set the bridge volume slightly higher on this H535 or 335 or whatever you got to get more of a BB King tone. So the tone knobs are also set on complete 10. Didn't mess with those at all. Okay, let's go ahead and start with lick 1. It sounds like this. Okay, so that's starting off with lick number 1, and it's we got a few pickup notes here before the band kicks in. That's coming in on the 10, 11, 12 count. We're here in E flat, just taking the E flat minor pentatonic first position area. It's going to be on the 11 and the 13. So we're going to be staying right in there almost the whole solo. Not the complete thing, but a lot of it. So you'll notice in this first lick, we're not using 11 and 14. We're using 11, 13. That's just an easy way to play major pentatonic inside of the minor pentatonic first position box. Minor pentatonic, 14, 11. Major pentatonic, we got 13, 11. Pretty basic. I'm going to play minor here, major here. So easy thing to do. BB King did that a lot. So our first little pickup notes are just, and we're bending up that 13 to our major third sound. Then that classic BB King style vibrato here on the 11th fret of the B string. And you don't want to kill those notes, Play it like you mean it. And we're also playing pretty low dynamic, so try to make it real vocal-like. That's how BB does it. Let's get us the 4 chord. Now we're going to do this. I did a rake, and I bent 14th fret of the B string. And we got to get some great bend vibrato here. BB had some excellent bend vibrato when he's playing these type of licks here. You don't hear him doing that all the time, but he can definitely do that extremely well. Then I'm going to play this phrase. So I'm just playing 14, 11, 13. And that little roll down you hear a lot of blues players doing. 11 here on the B, and then roll your first finger. You hit the G string on the 11th, and you hear both of them kind of sound out. And then we're going to do this phrase. Classic BB King move. That's using the major pentatonic little position. 13, 10, 13, instead of 13, 11, 13. Now we're going to slide in to the major third here on the 12th fret of the G string. End on our 11th fret of the B string. Classic BB King lick. So you see already in lick 1, easy licks, we've already added the major pentatonic in this place. Minor, we got this. Now we did this for major pentatonic. And then we added this note here, that little phrase. And then we did this. So that's 3 different things you can do to add major pentatonic to the minor pentatonic first position, combining major and minor in, one phrase. Anyway, there's numerous things you can do. To me, that's the way I like to look at each position of the minor pentatonic scale. Just associated with, that's the box, but there's lots of other things that can make it sound a lot better when I'm playing blues. Okay, that's it for lick 1. Okay, lick 2 sounds like this. Okay, so for lick number 2, a pretty short lick, but a super cool one to play over the 4 chord. So when it goes to the 4 chord, sticking straight minor pentatonic, that's a thing you can do. Anytime the 4 chord happens in a dominant 7th blues like this, I'm going to go to the minor pentatonic, this complete minor pentatonic. Except I ended on this note. And now, why did I end that? Because the 4 chord, which is a flat 7, has that. The major third has that note in it. That's why it's helpful to know chord tones all over the fretboard of every chord you're playing over in the 12-bar blues. Extremely helpful to know. And so you can just throw that note in. Who cares what scale it came from? It's chord tone. Sounds great. But you don't want to play really that major. That's from the E. So it sounds great to go straight over that 4 chord. And then I cut it off. It's actually from the major pentatonic scale, but it's also a chord tone of the 4 chord. Sounds really cool. I could have just went straight like that. But also the nuances of that, I'm playing it like this. So I'm starting off and hitting it pretty lightly. And then kind of play these a little faster right here. So you want to see how much feel that you can put into that one little phrase. So much things you could do with it. Anyway, it's just a cool thing to play over the 4 chords, go in minor pentatonic scale, and if you so choose, add that major third to end on over our 4/7 chord. Okay, so that's it for lick 2. Okay, lick 3 sounds like this. Okay, lick number 3's got some super cool things in it, and so I'm using my pinky on the 13th fret or the 14th fret of a B string, first finger on the 11th fret of the high E, hitting those together, giving me an E7 chord. But I'm actually playing this over the 4 chord, so interesting. You could think of it as a chord over that, but I'm not thinking of any of that. I doubt BB King thought of any of that. It's just 2 notes from the minor pentatonic scale. Remember I said you could play straight minor pentatonic, you know, over the 4 chord. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. And then I raked before I got to it. So then I'm doing this, another rake, and then bending that 11th fret to the 13th fret sound. You hear BB King bending a lot with this first finger, especially those 2 fret bends. So if you're not good at bending 2 frets with your first finger, make that an exercise. You can just slide up to it and then bend it. The next part, we're just going 11 here. Major pentatonic, vibrato. And then 11, 14, or no, 13, 12. Ending on that major third, the E flat. Major third of E flat chord. I'm hitting that real gently too. You could rake to that as well. So super cool thing you hear BB King doing on Lucille, that type of stuff with the 4 chord. And kind of playing lower intensity on the last few notes here. Okay, that's it for lick 3.